After 13 days of the Israel-Hamas war that has left hundreds of people dead, the drumbeat of war has only grown louder. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rallied frontline troops near Gaza. Decked in body armour, he pledged that troops would fight like lions and win with full force. The Israeli Defence Minister, Yoav Gallant, also toured the front line, telling some tens of thousands of troops awaiting the ground invasion that new orders would come soon.
המג"דים והמפקדים הבכירים אני מכיר אישית, אתכם אני מכיר מבחינת הרוח, כי יש פה פגש, ומי שרואה עכשיו את עזה מרחוק יראה אותה מבפנים. אני מבטיח לכם, בהצלחה. טנקיסטים, הארטילריה, ההנדסה, חיל האוויר, המודיעין, חיל הים, כולם איתכם. כל מה שצריך.
The US has been flying military support for Israel, including 2 Iron Dome missile defence systems it had previously purchased. After ordering its largest aircraft carrier to move closer to Israel, Washington deployed then a second aircraft carrier. President Joe Biden is asking Americans to spend billions of dollars to help Israel fight Hamas. The US has set up a small cell of special operations forces. It's working with Israel to provide intelligence and planning, as well as advice on hostage recovery efforts. The Pentagon has also ordered additional warplanes to bolster A-10, F-15 and F-16 squadrons at West Asian bases. The US Defense Secretary recently ordered around 2,000 US forces to be prepared to deploy if needed. Officials say the Biden administration has already given Israel small diameter bombs and other munitions, and more will come. On the other side, Hamas and other Palestinian groups in the Gaza Strip have a variety of homemade or smuggled rockets at their disposal to use against Israel. A bigger threat is being posed by Hezbollah's Iranian-supplied arsenal of rockets, drones and missiles. Hezbollah can rain fire on targets throughout Israel, including with far more advanced and hard-hitting weaponry than what Hamas has been able to muster. As per the Warzone portal, the sheer scale of Hezbollah's rocket armoury is hard to conceptualise. In 2016, estimates put its arsenal at around 150,000 rockets, a tenfold increase over the roughly 15,000 that were said to be available ahead of the 2006 Lebanon war. That number has since grown even larger. Hezbollah also possesses short-range ballistic missiles, drones and anti-ship missiles. Well, given Hezbollah's arsenal, Israel is staring at a potential two-front war and would need to tackle rocket barrages in such a scenario. Well, our correspondent Jodie Comer has been following this conflict from the very start, and a little earlier on she sent us this report.
A new poll in Israel has suggested that 80% of Israelis believe Prime Minister Netanyahu must publicly take responsibility for the intelligence and security failures on the 7th of October. Remember, that was the day that thousands of Hamas terrorists infiltrated into Israel, killing 1,400 civilians and taking more than 200 people hostage into Gaza. Mostly Israelis, but also it's thought people from approximately 40 countries around the world. The head of the Israel Defense Forces, Shin Bet Security Service, Defense Minister and Finance Minister have already taken responsibility publicly. Now, I spoke with former Prime Minister Yair Lapid, who affirms that while he will not join the emergency unity government that is now running the country, including former Defence Minister Benny Gantz, who had been an opposition party head, Lapid said he is working with the government from the outside to focus on the priority right now, which is dismantling Hamas. However, his party MP Elazar Stern has criticised Lapid, saying his party must join the wartime government. This is Jodie Cohen for WION World is One.